Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 4, Book 52, number 131. Narrated by Anas. On the day of the Battle of Uhud, when some people retreated and left the Prophet, I saw Aisha bint Abu Bakr and Sulaim, with their robes tucked up so that the bangles around their ankles were visible, hurrying with their water skins. In another narration it is said, carrying the water skins on their backs. Then they would pour the water in the mouths of the people, and returned to fill the water skins again, and came back again to pour water in the mouths of the people. Volume 4, Book 52, number 132. Narrated by Thayalaba bin Abi Malik. Umar bin al-Khattab distributed some garments amongst the women of Medina. One good garment remained, and one of those present with him said, O chief of the believers, give this garment to your wife, the grand daughter of Allah's apostle. They meant Kulthum, the daughter of Ali. Umar said, Salat has more right to have it. Salat was amongst those Ansari women who had given the pledge of allegiance to Allah's apostle. Umar said, she, i.e. Salat, used to carry the water skins for us on the day of Uhud. Volume 4, Book 52, number 133. Narrated by Rubai bint Muawi. We were in the company of the Prophet, providing the wounded with water and treating them and bringing the killed to Medina from the battlefield. Volume 4, Book 52, number 134. Narrated by Rabi bint Muawi. We used to take part in holy battles with the Prophet by providing the people with water and serving them and bringing the killed and the wounded back to Medina. Volume 4, Book 52, number 135. Narrated by Abu Musa. Abu Amir was hit with an arrow in his knee, so I went to him and he asked me to remove the arrow. When I removed it, the water started dribbling from it. Then I went to the Prophet and told him about it. He said, O Allah, forgive Ubayd Abu Amir. Volume 4, Book 52, number 136. Narrated by Aisha. The Prophet was vigilant one night, and when he reached Medina, he said, would that a pious man from my companions guard me tonight. Suddenly we heard the clatter of arms. He said, who is that? He, the newcomer, replied, I am Sa'd bin Abi Waqqas and have come to guard you. So, the Prophet slept that night. Volume 4, Book 52, number 137. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, let the slave of dinar and dirham, of quantify and kamisa, i.e. money and luxurious clothes, perish, for he is pleased if these things are given to him, and if not, he is displeased. Narrated Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, let the slave of dinar and dirham, of quantify and kamisa perish, as he is pleased if these things are given to him, and if not, he is displeased. Let such a person perish and relapse, and if he is pierced with a thorn, let him not find anyone to take it out for him. Paradise is for him who holds the reins of his horse to strive in Allah's cause, with his hair unkempt and feet covered with dust. If he is appointed in the vanguard, he is perfectly satisfied with his post of guarding, and if he is appointed in the rearward, he accepts his post with satisfaction. He is so simple and unambiguous that, if he asks for permission, he is not permitted, and if he intercedes, his intercession is not accepted. Volume 4, Book 52, number 138. Narrated by Anas. I was in the company of Jabir bin Abdullah on a journey, and he used to serve me, though he was older than I. Jarrah said, I saw the Ansar doing a thing, i.e. showing great reverence to the Prophet, for which I have vowed that whenever I meet any of them, I will serve him. Volume 4, Book 52, number 139. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. I went along with the Prophet to Khaybar so as to serve him. Later on, when the Prophet returned, he, on seeing the Uhud mountain, said, "This is a mountain that loves us and is loved by us." Then he pointed to Medina with his hand saying, "O Allah, I make the area which is in between Medina's two mountains a sanctuary, as Abraham made Mecca a sanctuary. O Allah, bless us in our SA and mud, i.e. units of measuring." Volume 4, Book 52, number 140. Narrated by Anas. We were with the Prophet, on a journey, and the only shade one could have was the shade made by one's own garment. Those who fasted did not do any work, and those who did not fast served the camels and brought the water on them and treated the sick and wounded. So, the Prophet said, "Today, those who were not fasting took all the reward." Volume 4, Book 52, number 141. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "Charity is obligatory every day on every joint of a human being. If one helps a person in matters concerning his riding animal by helping him to ride it or by lifting his luggage onto it, all this will be regarded charity. A good word, and every step one takes to offer the compulsory congregational prayer, is regarded as charity, and guiding somebody on the road is regarded as charity." Volume 4, Book 52, number 142. Narrated by Sa'al bin Sa'd as-Sa'di. Allah's Apostle said, "To guard Muslims from infidels in Allah's cause for one day is better than the world and whatever is on its surface, and a place in paradise as small as that occupied by the whip of one of you is better than the world and whatever is on its surface, and the mornings are an evening's journey. Which a slave, person, travels in Allah's cause is better than the world and whatever is on its surface." Volume 4, Book 52, number 143. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. The Prophet said to Abu Talha, "Choose one of your boy servants to serve me in my expedition to Khaybar." So, Abu Talha took me, letting me ride behind him while I was a boy nearing the age of puberty. I used to serve Allah's Apostle when he stopped to rest. I heard him saying repeatedly, "O Allah, I seek refuge with you from distress and sorrow, from helplessness and laziness, from miserliness and cowardice, from being heavily in debt and from being overcome by men." Then we reached Khaybar, and when Allah enabled him to conquer the fort of Khaybar, the beauty of Safiya bint Huyay bin Akhtab was described to him. Her husband had been killed while she was a bride. So Allah's Apostle selected her for himself and took her along with him till we reached a place called Sad Asabar, where her menses were over, and he took her for his wife. Haris, a kind of dish, was served on a small leather sheet. Then Allah's Apostle told me to call those who were around me. So, that was the marriage banquet of Allah's Apostle and Safiya. Then we left for Medina. I saw Allah's Apostle folding a cloak round the hump of the camel, so as to make a wide space for Safiya to sit on behind him. He sat beside his camel, letting his knees for Safiya to put her feet on so as to mount the camel. Then, we proceeded till we approached Medina. He looked at Uhud mountain, and said, "This is a mountain which loves us and is loved by us." Then he looked at Medina and said, "O Allah, I make the area between its, i.e. Medina's, two mountains a sanctuary as Abraham made Mecca a sanctuary. O Allah, bless them, i.e. the people of Medina, in their mud and SA, i.e. measures."